Hi, third graders. I have a special book that I want to share with you today. Have you ever wondered about all the things that make up our world? What are all these things? What is the world made of? So this is a book all about solids, liquids, and gases. And you may have learned about them before, but I'm going to read you this book and hopefully it'll remind you of things that you may already know. So this might just be a good review, and maybe you'll find something new that you didn't know before. So, what is the world made of? All About Solids, Liquids, and Gases by Kathleen Weibler-Zofeld. I hope I said her name right. And there's our title page. I think this might be a nonfiction book, right? Don't you think so? Have you ever seen anyone walk through a wall? Hi, I can walk through walls. How did you do that? Did you ever drink a glass of blocks? Have you ever played with a lemonade doll or put on milk for socks? See that picture okay? Those are all very silly things, huh? Walls and blocks, dolls and socks, milk and lemonade, rocks and trees, all of these things are made of matter. The air in the breeze that blows the leaves, water flowing in the creek, everything on earth is made of matter. Lucky for us, it's easy to tell that not all matter is alike. I like that this book rhymes a little bit. That always makes it fun. Matter comes in 3 states. It can be solid, liquid, or gas. Walls and blocks and socks are solids. Milk and lemonade are liquids. The air you breathe is gas. Some solids are hard and some are soft, but all solids hold their shape unless you do something to change them. A wooden block is hard. You can push it and pull it and squeeze it. It will always stay squared. If your baby brother pounds it with his toy truck, it may chip or break, but then the broken pieces will hold their shapes. And it's still part of the block, right? Does anybody have a little brother or sister that might bang on their stuff? Modeling clay is soft. You can roll it out flat like a pancake or squeeze it into a ball. Excuse me. You can cut it with a knife or scissors, but if you leave it alone, it will hold whatever shape it is in. It is a solid. This is kind of funny. So here they are making things over here. Look. Whoa, they made the dinosaur. What do you think? Awesome. Pretty talented kids right there. Liquids have no shape. You pour a glass of milk for your little sister, the milk takes on the shape of the glass. If she knocks it over, the milk spreads out on the tabletop. It flows over the edge like a waterfall. It drips and spatters on the floor. Milk is not round or square. It has no shape at all. Liquids can be thick, like a milkshake, or thin, like water. They can feel slippery, like cooking oil, or sticky, like maple syrup. But all liquids can be poured, and all liquids take on the shape of whatever they are in. Gases have no shape either. Like air, most gases are invisible, which means you cannot see them. But you can feel them. Hold your arms and spin. Do it for a second. You can feel the air move against your skin. Air fills up the space all around you. These kids are having fun with air. Gases spread out, to fill up any container they are in, no matter how big. Ask a grown-up if you can borrow a bottle of perfume, then ask someone to be your assistant. Go into a room and close all the doors and windows, stand in one corner, and have your assistant stand in the opposite corner. Open the bottle and wave it around gently. Can your friends smell the perfume? How long does it take before they can smell it? When you open a bottle of perfume, some of the gas in the perfume escapes. In a few minutes, the gas will spread out to every corner of the room. So there they are, two friends that are doing the experiment. And I've always found it a little trickier to understand gas because you can't see it. But it still matters. Water is a special type of matter that can easily change from a liquid to a gas. It can also change easily from a liquid to a solid and then back again. When matter changes form, we say that it's changing its state. And I don't mean a state like Virginia to North Carolina. A change in temperature is what usually causes matter to change its state. Whenever you make ice cubes, you are changing water from a liquid to a solid state. To make ice cubes, all you have to do is pour water into an ice cube tray and put the tray in the freezer, then wait. The cold air in the freezer cools the water. In a few hours, the liquid water gets so cold that it freezes. It is now a solid. So, it goes from a liquid out of the sink, put it into the ice cube tray, put it in the freezer where it freezes, and then it becomes a solid. I bet you some of you know about the water cycle. Pop an ice cube out of the tray. How does it feel? Push it, pull it, squeeze it. It is a solid, just like one of your wooden blocks. If you hold it in your hand for a while, though, you'll feel the ice turning into water again, right? It's melting. Is the ice as hard as this block? Yes, yes. And we know sometimes ice can be pretty hard, huh? The warmth from your hand makes the ice melt. Liquid water begins to drip between your fingers and run up your sleeve. Hey, mine is melting. With the grown-ups' help, you can watch water turn from a liquid to a gas state. Fill a small saucepan about halfway with water. Put the saucepan on the stove and let the grown-up turn on the burner. After a while, heat from the burner will make the water hot. And look carefully. You will see small bubbles forming in the bottom of the pan. As it is heated, some of the water turns into bubbles of gas. The gas is called water vapor. And you got to be careful because it's hot. Be careful. The pot is very hot. I see bubbles. So there, see you go. See you go. There you go. I'm sure some of you have seen a pot of boiling water before, so you've seen water turning into gas. It's pretty cool. Soon, the bubbles begin to pop and rise. The water is boiling. As the bubbles pop, the water vapor moves up into the room. You might see wisps of whitish steam rising above the water. The steam is concentrated water vapor. Do not try to touch the steam. It is very hot and could burn your skin. Like all gases, the water vapor gradually spreads throughout the room you're in. If the door is open, it will keep on spreading right out the door. You cannot see it, but the water vapor is there all around you. So there's the picture of the pot and the air going, or the water vapor going everywhere. He says, the water vapor is in that room too. It is? Yeah, gases just move around freely. If you want to see it again, you have to change it back into water. So fill a drinking glass with water and ice cubes. This works better if you break the cubes into small pieces. Make sure the outside of the glass is dry. Before long, you will see droplets of water forming on the outside of the glass. The ice makes the glass cold. The cold glass cools the water vapor that is in the air next to it. As the water vapor cools back down, it turns back into a liquid, water again, and it gathers in drops on the outside of a glass. Now, I like to call that sweating. I say my glass is sweating. But if you ever have a glass of water and you have all the ice inside and you put water in it, especially if you go outside where it's hot, your glass will start to sweat. But really, that's water vapor turning back into liquid. Are you getting it now? All matter, everything on Earth, is either solid, liquid, or gas. Water changes its state easily as it gets warmer or colder, but most things stay in one state or another. For example, you can't take your block and melt it, can you? Solids stay solid, liquids stay liquid, gases stay gases. Our snowman sure is solid, so am I. So here they are playing in snow, having a fun time. And you know what? It's a good thing they do. Can you imagine a world where toys melt when it gets too hot, where the walls of your home turn into a hazy gas and animals just walk in and out as they please? A place where on cold days you have to swim through the air, and where everything you'd like to drink is hard as a block? What a crazy world it would be. So it's a good thing that just water can do that cool stuff, right? So look, his clothes melted. Oh wait, yes, you can see it. His clothes melted. The walls, the animals can just come on in. Or drink froze. And of course, sometimes, like when I was a little girl, we would freeze, you know, fruit drinks or Kool-Aid or something and make them into popsicles. So, I mean, there are ways that you can turn liquids into solids sometimes, but not all the time, not all things. So that's the end of our book, and I hope that you learned a little bit more or got a refresher on what our world is made of with solids and liquids and gases. Okay? Try to remember and have fun with science. I'll see you later.